Hello everyone, welcome to Gogetmyguru. In this video, you will be learning about Python generators. What are generators? So this is generator function. So I'll write here yield1, yield2. So this is how you write a generator function. Now we'll create an object here. Let's say I'll create result is equal to call this function my underscore gen. Next, let me first print this result. If I run now as it is, let's check what will happen. So here you can observe that we are getting output as generator object at some address, but we are not getting the values. So to print those results, what we have to do, we have to make use of next. Now let's run this. So here you can see we have got value 1. So if I want to get the next value, what I should do, I should call the next function one more time. So let's copy this and print here one more time. Let's run this. Now I should get both the values. Yes, now we are getting both the values. What if I give one more time print here? Let's check that. So here you can see it is printing the values 1 and 2. After that, it is raising an exception, stop iteration. Why is it so? That is because here I have yield only 2 times. So when I am retrieving the result which is not available here, that time it is raising an exception that you should stop the iteration because there are no values to print. I hope now you got the syntax of how to create generator. So let's take a simple example of counter which counts downwards. That means in a descending order. So let me just define a function. Define down count underscore gen. So this is the function we have defined. Now what I'll do is I'll take a while condition here. While count is greater than 0, yield count. So next time when counting, count should decrement from -1. So count -1. Now I'll take result is equal to call the function down count. We'll loop over that. For I in result we'll print the values of I. Here we'll pass a value of 30. As many of you might have observed, traffic signal starts counting downwards and then time dot sleep. I'm going to take sleep for 2 seconds. That is delay of 2 seconds before printing the next value. I'll just give a time delay here. So time dot sleep for 2 seconds. So before printing the next value, it should take 2 seconds delay. When I am making use of time module here, I need to import that. So import time. Now let's run this and check what output we'll get. So 30, 29, 28, 27. So it goes on like this. Because I have given a delay, it is printing after some delay. I hope you understood how the generator function works. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you want, you can give a lesser delay. So this was just a simple example to make you understand how this generator function works. Now that you know how we can make use of generators in our applications, let's move on to next topic, difference between iterator and generator. I hope all of you have seen our previous video on iterators. If not, you can use this card to watch this iterator video. So in iterator example, we have written a code to generate odd numbers from 1 to 20. Used class and we have used iter method and the next method in order to get these values. But by using generator in a simple way, we can do this. That means there is no need to define iter method, next method in generators. So it is automatically implemented. Let's check how we can change this program in generator. So let me comment this previous code what we have written. We'll write generator function to generate odd numbers. So I'll define a function, define odd generator. This function, as we have initialized 1 in our iterators, in the same way I'll initialize initial value to 1, and while n is less than 20, what you should do, you should yield me the result. That is, you should give me the result. So n. Then next I'll give n plus is equal to 2. So now it's time to create an object and call this function. So odd gen. I loop over using for loop. So for I in odd print. So first let's run this and check whether we get the odd numbers between 1 to 20. Yes, we are getting the exact result. So here note that we are not defining any class. We are not defining iter method and next method. Simply we are defining a generator function and using the keyword yield we are getting the result. Isn't it simple compared to iterators? I hope now you understood what is the difference between iterator and generator. Let's move on to our next topic, advantages of using generators. So what do you think why we use generators? So first advantage is generators doesn't store all the results in the memory. They generate them on the fly. That means unless until user asks the function to return a result, it won't return a result. So that's why it is not stored in the memory. So how result is returned? How we get the result? That is using next method obviously. And then in the second point, you can clearly see that memory is used when we ask for the result. Until that, it is not going to use the memory. And also it is simple and elegant approach when handling large data. By making use of generator, we can save the resources and also there is performance improvement when compared to normal list or functions. So let's understand the problem statement first. That is, iterate through a large list of numbers. Suppose, assume that we have 1 lakh numbers and store the square of all the numbers which are odd in a separate list. Note here, I have imported 2 modules. One is time module and one is memory profiler. So these two I have imported to show you how generators are memory efficient and also they take less time to execute the process. I have defined function check odd. Here I am taking an empty list to store the result. And iterating through these numbers, number divided by 2 is not equal to 0, then it is an odd number. I am performing square operation here. So all these are stored in this odd list. Then by making use of return statement, I am just returning this list. Now, so observe here M1 variable I am taking for memory profiler.memory usage. That means before starting the operation, what is my memory? And then I am calculating the start time and initializing the start time. So after this, here in the result, I am calling this generator function. And then once this generator function performs its operation, I am just calculating the stop time and M2. That is memory. Right now, what is the memory? And here time dot difference is nothing but end time minus start time. And memory difference is after the end of the operation, what is this memory, and after the end, before the start of the process, what was the memory. So I am subtracting those two, and in the last print statement, I am printing it took this much seconds and this much MB of memory to execute this process. I hope you understood the logic here. So let's run this. So now let's run this. It took 0.26 seconds, whereas memory taken is 20.5 MB. So now let's see how we can write the same program using generators. So we need to make little changes here. I don't need this line of code, so I'll comment this, and I don't need this line of code as well, so I'll comment that. And as I said, generator function always use yield keyword. So yield number into number. That's all. That's all the changes we need to make. So you can observe here, we don't need list, we don't need append method. So now let's run this and check what output we'll get. So you can observe here, this was our previous result which took 0.26 seconds, whereas this is taking 0.10 seconds. And when it comes to memory, you can see huge difference. Here 20 MB of memory is taken, whereas here only 0.0078 MB of memory is taken. So that is a huge difference. By this, you can make out that using generator, how we can save memory resources and also how we can improve performance. I hope all of you are clear with the advantages of generators. Request you to like our videos to support us. Have you subscribed to our channel? If not, request you to click on subscribe button and hit the bell icon to receive regular updates.